Happy holidays. Court Counsel here with Kosh Solutions. This week I received 3 text messages from friends and family asking for advice on what kind of gaming PC to purchase for their son or daughter. I'm going to share my screen and give you my recommendation. The first thing you want to do is figure out what type of application or game is going to be running on that computer. Now, once you know the game that's going to be running or the application, go to Google, type in the game. I've got Minecraft recommended specifications right here, and it gives a list of those specifications. That's what you're going to want to purchase, something that has at least those specifications, if not higher. I've got the same thing for Fortnite recommended specifications, and I've got a list of those right here. Okay, now what are those hardware specifications and what do they mean? All right, the processor and CPU, think of that as the chef in the kitchen. All right, you don't want your 10-year-old daughter, I don't want my 10-year-old daughter cooking a turkey dinner for Thanksgiving for my whole family. That just might not turn out the best situation, okay? You also might not want to pay for an executive chef to cook your Thanksgiving dinner. So I really like the Intel processors. The way they have the products lined out in the i series makes a lot of sense. It's easy to choose from. They range from i3 to i9, so you've got i3, i5, i7, i9, and you don't want to go with the least quality option because it's not going to have the horsepower that you need. And you don't want to go with the highest quality option unless you want to pay a premium for that. So my recommendation on that is the i5 processor. And if you notice on the recommendations for these games, we've got i5 right there, and we've got i5 right here for Minecraft. All right, the next specification or hardware is the memory or RAM. Think of that as the counter space that you have in your kitchen while you're cooking dinner. Do you have enough room for the cutting board and the knives and the sugar and the salt and all that stuff? Or you're gonna have to go back to the pantry or this and that to grab that. The memory, essentially an analogy is how much counter space do you have? The next is the hard drive. Now the hard drive is how much information you can store on the computer or in the fridge or in the pantry, okay? So how much storage is that? Now, there's a couple different types of drives. There's an HDD drive and an SSD drive. Just getting into it a little bit, HDD is the older style. It's like a record player. It has a spinning disc with a head or a needle that reads the information. An SSD drive is a solid state drive. It has no moving parts. That's what you want. You want the SSD drive. Now, if you're looking at Best Buy or something like that, Walmart, and they have 1 terabyte HDD, because it has 1 terabyte, you might think, oh, this is great. It's a great computer. And don't get trapped by that. Who needs a lot of space these days with all the cloud storage? I would do an SSD drive that's anywhere between 256 gigabytes and 512. That should be plenty for anything that you do. Graphics is going to be a little bit more complicated. If you look at these recommendations or specifications over here on these games, I've got the Minecraft at this GPU or graphics card, and I've got Fortnite at this graphics card. And you can notice this has 2 gigabyte graphics card. If you're doing gaming, the graphics card is one of the biggest things to look at. You want to make sure it meets the graphic recommendations for that piece of software. If you're just going to do Facebook or internet surfing or something like that, whatever's basic on the machine should be fine. Getting into the operating system and the warranty. I always want people to choose the Windows 10 Professional operating system. You might not need it for home use, but it's 100% needed for business use. And typically, if you get a Windows 10 Pro machine, the hardware components are much better than something that comes with a Windows 10 Home operating system. That also falls into the warranty. You want to get a quality piece of hardware. Get something that has a 3-year manufacturer warranty. You want the hardware components to not fail within a year and a half to 2 years. And typically they're going to fail 6 months to a year after the manufacturer warranty expires. If you get a machine that has a 1-year manufacturer warranty and you add 3-year warranty to it, it doesn't make the hardware components better quality. They're still going to fail in that, year and a half to 2 year time frame. So those are my recommendations on getting a home PC. Regarding a business PC, work with your IT professional on that. At Kosh Solutions, We provide a hardware as a service or a rental type program for PCs to make sure that they meet all the business specifications, and that way everything's up to date, and it's our responsibility to maintain and manage that. So thank you for watching the video. Appreciate the time, and have a happy holiday. Take care. Bye.